CBS News is projecting Democratic socialist Melat Kiros has won the Democratic primary in the state's first congressional district. The 29-year-old political newcomer defeated 15-term incumbent Congresswoman Diana DeGette. She is now poised to win this November's general election and become the first Gen Z woman in Congress. Kiros delivered a spirited victory speech to her supporters last night.
Denver voters of all ages, of all races, of all religions sends a clear message. We will not wait.
That sound as I associate that with Gen Z. I know. CBS News congressional reporter.
Taurean liked it.
And because he's a member of Gen Z. Yeah, he just did it. He's just like out there. Taurean, you're on Capitol Hill. Yeah, let's talk about this. How big of an upset are we looking at here? I think I saw a stat that said that Kiros was like, I don't know if she was born or she was like in elementary school when DeGette was first elected to Congress.
Yeah, I mean, a 15-term sitting incumbent, to overcome that is quite the seismic shift, and potentially the political ideology when it comes to these congressional races. It doesn't necessarily spell the same outcome for statewide races, but I think it does, at least for this moment, explain the sentiment to shift the party further left. We also see this come on the heels of some pretty big upsets like Darya-Lisa Abilia Chevalier in New York's 13th congressional district race, unseating incumbent there as well. And then we also saw in Pennsylvania's 3rd congressional district race, Chris Robb, who is also another Democratic socialist candidate, who picked up the victory in his respective race there as well. Whether or not this spells where the party will move here on the Hill is another question. But these are kind of the same conversations that were had about AOC's wave of congressional Democrats coming in, also known as the Squad. Whether or not those progressive policies will resonate with the wider audience, I think, is the biggest question mark.
So last night, Taurean, as you know, the co-chair of the Democratic Socialists of America discussed what they consider the appeal of democratic socialism on the takeout. Here's that sound.
In Congress, they are pretty fed up with the Congress, with Democratic Party leadership that is not representing working class values. So we are organizing for policies that are popular with working class Americans all over the country, for higher wages, universal health care, to cancel student loan debt, and to redirect resources from ICE and militarism to meet our needs right here at home.
But Taurean, as you know, a former DSA member was not able to overcome the incumbent in Colorado's Democratic primary for U.S. Senate. So is this Democratic socialist message perhaps not connecting as widely as some may believe?
Yeah, Senator Hickenlooper is pretty popular, and I think he rested on his laurels, the fact that he has a larger name ID versus his primary opponent. As you can see there, he won handily against Julie Gonzalez, and he didn't necessarily have to preach about his progressive values to pick up the same constituency that got him in office in the first place. I think the challenge for these up-and-coming movements like the Democratic Socialists of America, they have to appeal to a broader audience if they want these statewide races. But for now, it appears that establishment Democrats like himself could rest comfortably on just their name ID.
All right, Taurean Small reporting from the Hill for us. Thank you, Taurean.